In the MPSC mains exam 2020, very simple questions came in building material. Most of the questions are memory oriented question. Some questions are the simple fundamental definition oriented questions. Very easy to answer the questions if you have little rigorous preparation. You see this question. The vertical member of a frame which is employed to subdivide a window or a door. So this is the door shutter frame. Left panel, right panel. This is the central part which is subdividing the door into two parts. What is that called? Mullion. Mullion is the central part which subdivides the door shutter or frame into two parts. The following paint hardens by evaporation of thinner or solvent is generally cellulose paint. In cellulose paint, the thinner or solvent will be dried up very quickly and you get very soft, smooth and hard surface of the paint remaining on the surface. If you want quick drying of the paint, long lasting with smooth finish and lustrous or shiny finish, we go for cellulose paints. Cellulose paints are very commonly used if you want to dry up the paints in a quick manner. Immediately after you spray or brush it on the surface, the solvent dries up, you get the hard surface remaining on the surface. So, answer is the second option, Bombay, B. Look at the question. A pneumatic caisson in a structure used in foundation work which is open at top as well at bottom. Various options are given. Actually, caisson is used as foundation for bridge piers. The bridge is generally constructed in sandy soil. Especially in sandy soil, if you want to construct a foundation for a pier or a pillar, we use caissons. There are different type of caissons you might have come across. The normal caisson and this is pneumatic or pressure caisson. With hydraulic pressure, you sink the caisson into the sandy soil. So, you see here, this is water is running and sandy soil will be there. If you want to sink the caisson, this caisson is a pressure caisson or pneumatic caisson which is, you see, closed on the top and open at the bottom. And you supply the pressurized air you supply inside, so that inside the pressure will be built up and whatever might be the workspace, the sandy soil will be thrown away, will be taken out. You can sink the caisson with the help of the pressure. That's why it is called as pneumatic caisson. As workspace is on the bottom side, bottom must be open. To build up the pressure, top must be closed, completely sealed. So, the suitable option for this is open at bottom and close at the top. The answer is option B. Look at the question. By using which materials can resilient floors can be made? Resilient means which can receive the shock and vibrations easily. Especially resilient flooring is required in case of auditoriums, stadiums, even if any indoor games are going on like shuttle badminton, table tennis, even football, indoor football and even the hockey. In that case, the people are using resilient or shock absorbent flooring is required. Even in case of gymnasiums, we require resilient flooring. You get resilient flooring by PVC, polyvinyl chloride. Rubber also gives you a sort of cushioning action which absorbs the shock. Linoleum, this is linoleum actually. This is a linoleum flooring. It is a kind of rubber only. You see that thickness is very small. You can fix it. It gives you a sort of wooden texture. Whatever texture you want, you will get it. It seems to be very natural, but it takes a lot of impact energy it absorbs. Linoleum is best for the indoor stadiums and all, if you want look and feel. So, the present answer is all are correct. You can choose D as the option now. See the question, which defect in timber is an early sign of decay? Sign means indication of decay. So, which defect in timber is an early sign of decay? especially if the tree is standing, you can get lot of defects, but presently if you look at the options, they have given all shakes only. All different shakes are given. Actually, you can have the defects by fungus, defects by insects, defects by so many other things, but in the options they are concentrating only on the shakes. We have various shakes. So this is cup shake. Cup shake is something similar to a cup here, and once the cup continues, you get the ring shake. A continuation of cup shake is nothing but a ring shake, and this is a heart shake. Heart shake is the radial cracks which are coming from the heart wood to the the bark. From inside to out, the crack will be expanding. And star shake is the crack, wide crack outside. As you go inside, the crack is reducing like that. These are all radial shakes. So among all, the star shake can be seen from outside. As an indication, you can't observe the cup shake, you can't observe the ring shake, you can't observe the heart shake. Heart problems we can't identify until we get heart stroke. That's why heart attack is very dangerous. The people go away by heart attack because it is not predetermined. So star shake can be a sort of crack developing on the surface. It is an indication that the crack may extend inside. It is a pre-indication that the crack may extend inside. So just by looking at the tree from outside, you can identify there is something going on. So star shake can be visible and it can be early sign of decay, you can say. These things may happen but you can't identify them. Even ring shake may be inside, you can't identify. Cup shake is the starting point of the ring shake. Cup extension is our ring shake, but these we can't identify from outside. So the primary identification of the shakes can be possible with star shake. So answer here is the star shake. Answer is option B, you can say. Look at this question. Normally, what should be the height of building for which fire elevator or fire lift must be provided? All the norms for fire safety or firefighting are given in IS 1643, Bureau of Indian Standards 1643. As per 1643, the building, normal building with a height more than 18.5 meter is to be provided with a safety elevator, fire safety elevator or fire safety lift. More than 18.5 meter compulsory fire safety lift is required as per the code. Now we need to choose among the options. So above 15 meter elevator is required, more than 25, more than 40, more than 50 meter the fire lift is required. So among this, which is the better option we need to choose? 18.5 is not there. So better you fix the answer to option A. Once the building height is more than 15 meter, then you require fire safety elevator. If you are providing more than 15 meter, the fire safety elevator, you can satisfy this requirement. By chance, if you are providing elevator for building height more than or equal to 25 meter, this condition may be skipped and the fire people will come and inspect you and say that you are not following the requirement, you are not following the rules. They won't give you the permission for occupancy. So among this, the best option is option A. Above 15 meter, you require fire safety lift. Look at the question. The water seal in traps, any kind of water traps, varies from. If you look at this water trap, it can be used for water closet or any other water trap which is used in plumbing works. This is a water seal. The height of the water seal is from this is a U trap, from the bottom of this to the top of water level. And as per Indian Code of Practice, the minimum height of the water trap should be ranging from 3 centimeter to 7.5 centimeter, so that you get flushing action and you avoid the the foul gases and all entering inside. You can make it as a sealant, you can make it as a water seal, 3 to 7.5 centimeters. So, the direct answer is option D. The very common question, the specific gravity of building stones. The specific gravity of building stones should be more than 2.5. Usually 2.5 to 3 will be the common specific gravity of building stones. Specific gravity of density is nothing but density of the stone divided by density of the water. The usual range is 2.5 to 3. So, more than 2.5 is very commonly required. See this, if dash constituent is in excess in the brick earth, that makes the brick brittle. Whether it is a brick or a cement, the excess of silica will make it as brittle. So, silica content, sand content, if it is excess, it becomes brittle. It breaks with sudden loading. So, silica content should be as per the requirement only. Don't go beyond a particular limit. So, silica, excess of silica makes the brick a brittle brick.